Deputy President David Mabuza has been meeting with traditional and Khoi leaders in Mahikeng. He's there in his capacity as the Inter-Ministerial Task Team's Chairperson. Among the things that are coming up there is to do with validity of the Traditional and KhoiSan Leadership Act. Refiloe Seboko is our reporter on this story, live for us this lunchtime at Refiloe. How are those conversations between the Deputy President and traditional leaders going?
The conversation, Tembekile, have been going quite well, and we also saw just before we crossed live their engagements together with presentations from different Mahosi in the Northwest Province, and one of them is Khoi-San. He's joining me now. He is the chairperson of the House of Traditional Leaders in the Northwest Province. Khoi, thank you so much for your time and your patience, and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Take us through the challenges that you as House of Traditional Leaders in the Northwest Province have, and those that you presented to Deputy President today.
Thank you very much, my sister. Good day to all your viewers and listeners. Some of the challenges that we raised today are, one, in terms of the legislation. We, as the province, we still not have the provincial act, which then we must develop and align it to the national act, which is the Traditional Leadership and KhoiSan Leadership Act. Also, in terms of the legislation, we do not have the Customary Initiation Act. We since drafted the Northwest Matters Initiation Matters Bill. We then pleaded with the Deputy President to have that at least bill be speeded up to become an act and then be aligned with the Customary Initiation Act. But also in terms of the legislation, we raised the issue of the amendment of Section 81 of the Municipal Structures Act, which, according to Mahosi, it's denying quite a number of Mahosi to participate in municipal councils and to participate in municipal committees.
Maybe let's get into the issue of foreign nationals, which is what you touched in your presentation. You also had Khosi Mutlabani touching on it. What is the issue of concern about foreign nationals that are residing in traditional communities?
Well, in terms of the foreign nationals, foreign nationals are seen all over the country, even on the space of traditional administrations. But the worrying thing is those foreign nationals are doing business illegally, so because they are not doing any banking in the country, so they are just here to collect the money and spend the money outside the country instead of maybe boosting the economy by re-spending the money into the province and into the country. So that is the worrying issue.
And one of them, also the issue that you raised with the Deputy President David Mabuza, is the issue of the land. How would you like that to be resolved?
Our demand is, one, to have land be disposed to communities, because we feel maybe the Communal Land Tenure Act, if it can be speeded up, will be a tool where the transfer of land can be done from the state to the communities. We want communities to own their land, not the minister to own land or maybe the government to own land on behalf of the communities.
We had Khoi-San in those presentations. Some of the issues that you raised today, they go as far back as when the late Edna Molewa was the Premier of the Northwest Province. How confident are you that with the visit of Deputy President David Mabuza this time around, your issues that you have long been raising in the Northwest Province will be addressed and you will get solutions to them?
It is our hope that the visit of the Deputy President will give us some positive results, because in his opening remarks he said we must raise all the issues, and as maybe the national and the province, they will look at the issues, which one are of maybe the provincial prerogative and which ones are of the national prerogative, and they will have to act on those issues. And then we are expecting that as he will be coming on the second session, he will be giving us, he promised us he will be giving us results. We hope those will be the positive results. At least now there's a commitment from the Deputy President.
He did say, the Deputy President, that issues of disputes, traditional disputes, he did not want to touch a lot on it. But let's talk about these disputes and things, challenges that are within the traditional leaders in the province. How are they affecting communities?
Always when there's maybe a battle between the amongst the royal family, we see instability in those areas where there are some disputes within the royal family or within the traditional leadership as itself. We are just worried about the instability in those areas, because it end up in some cases being with criminal activities being involved there. Those are the things that worries us as Mahos.
KhoiSan, thank you so much for your time. That is KhoiSan. He is the chairperson of the House of Traditional Leaders in the Northwest Province, Thembekile. And like he's saying, that some of the issues that they raised today with the Deputy President David Mabuza, there are issues that have long been raised even when the late Edna Molewa was the Premier of the Northwest. But they are hopeful that following these engagements that are still ongoing inside the venue there, they are hoping that they will yield positive results.
Thank you very much for that. Refiloe Seboko reporting for us from the Northwest.